Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is a gorgeous day out today, so if you haven't been outside, try to get outside because it is amazing. All right, so let's talk about what happened today. If you can look here, it's pretty much just been chop all day long. Not a whole lot that happened today. We'll say this is some digestion of the big move from Friday. This is all of Friday's range right in here. All right, pretty large range. And we're trading right in the upper distribution pretty much for the most part. Um, we end the day, or actually, we end the day 13 for 13 wide as far as point of control, which is a perfect POC, perfect point of control at C's high at 38.8750. Excuse me. Um, Overall, pretty solid day as far as my trades went. I'll discuss those here in a minute. But let's talk about what the market did. Market opened up inside of previous day's range or in Friday's range, right below our afternoon pullback low in J period, and then where the first set of single prints or one of our set of single prints up here in K. So those went away. That afternoon pullback went away, and then we opened up right inside of that set of single prints from F period on Friday. So those went away. We hold two sets still. We still have these two sets right here. Let me zoom this in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So we took back this set in here. We took that set of single prints back. We took this set of single prints back. And then we took that afternoon pullback low. So all those are gone. So those are no longer destinations to rely on. And as you can see, we did nothing but chop all day long. All day, just up, down, up, down, up, down. Uh, in B period, we tried to take out, or we took out the day's low in B period. We attempted to get into that other set of single prints right here, but we did not. So we couldn't get much extension. We rotated back up and we went back through the opening. So the open was pretty much undecided for all day long, basically. But in the first few time frames, it's looking like this: A and B, down, up, right? So you're kind of like, all right, what kind of games we're playing today? And then C period opens up. We push down. We don't quite get B's low. You would think we'd have a good opportunity to go get the initial balance low because we had gotten the overnight low at the time in A period. So you would think, all right, C period, we're gonna roll over and take back some of this day. Nope. We find some bids. We rotate back up through the opening, and then so on and so forth. It was pretty much chop all day long, as there was nothing but indecision and rotation throughout the day. Um, we had a high, we set a new high in E period on the day, taken out after we took out the initial balance high in D period. So D, we took out the initial balance high. So after taking out the overnight low, we also took out the IB high, the initial balance high. So that just goes to show you we had some mixed MGI, some mixed market generated information. We were just back and forth through the open. We hadn't taken out the IB low, but we did take out the IB high. So we didn't get the initial balance low. We got the initial balance high. We did get the overnight low, but we didn't get the overnight high. Um, we were one time framing down. We stopped it, began one time framing up. We stopped it, and then after that point, you kind of just had an idea. All right, we're going to be pretty rotational throughout the day, uh, and that's basically all we did. So fading the edges or fading the extremes was the trade today. So buying dips down here near the low of day paid you well because you rotated back up to that POC. Selling up here paid you well because you rotated back to the POC. So that point of control is a good area. So whenever I'm saying I'm taking trades against certain areas to get back to that point of control, it's because that's where that distribution is. That's where our mean is. That's a good mean reversion essentially is what the trade is. I'm taking the trade to revert back to the mean. Because if you look at it, it's kind of like a bell-shaped curve, right? You get to the one distribution, it starts to thin out. You want it to come back to the where the mean is. Same thing down here. It starts to thin out, revert back to the mean. So basically, that's all I was doing today. I took trades in D through F, I believe. Yep, D through F. So I only traded D, E, and F on the day. Took shorts in D period, fading the extreme because we had taken out the initial balance high, and I mean, going back and forth through the opening, kind of seemed like we would have a good opportunity of coming back. We also were four wide, so we had a four wide point of control at that time. So instead of having all those, we had just uh, A, B, C, and then D. So good opportunity for me to come back down. Uh, had we gotten up into, let's say, L period, I probably would have gotten out of the trade. But I did take a short against the high day and the extreme, fading the extreme there, because we had four wide pocket below, and today has been an inside day, so I was expecting us to kind of be rotational. I got short a three lot at 93, 94, and then 96. We rotated back in, and I got out 92 to 91. So decent points on that trade, not too massive. 92 to 91. Got out of the trade, and then waited for a minute. Wanted to see what happened in the next time frame. I got short in E period against D's high at the time. Looking for a scalp. I just wanted to take the short against D's high, look for the scalp, and see if we rotated back over. Once we did, I got out of the trade for a pretty quick scalp. I was short 94 against D's high, and then got out at 92. And then I took a short again at 99 once we popped up, right? Once we popped up, because we hadn't quite penetrated 3900 yet. We pushed up to 3900. I got short 99, 38.99, and wanted to see how much we got out of it. It rolled over, and I got out at 97 for a nice 2 point scalp. So pretty much I was scalping on the rotations because I didn't know, and I wanted to be in and out because I didn't know how much of the day, how much we would want to give if we'd go trend or what the game plan was. So I thought the trade had a good opportunity to come back down to POC, and we did. Uh, I took a short in F period at 99 to rotate back down to POC. Actually, the trade that I took in E period was a really good trade. Because when I got short at 99, we had popped up or we had pulled back. I got out of the trade and I was looking to get back in, but we had popped through 3900. I got up to 3904. I took the trade again at 3904. Because 3904.50. I took we had the overnight POC at 3906. So I was looking to, add at 3906. Took the trade 3904. We rotated back in. Uh, and it was like a quick push down. I mean, pretty quick liquidation off of that level, and we came in to 38.99, where I got out of the trade for flat. I got flat there for a really good 5 point trade, and then it just kind of continued to puke all the way back down. I mean, in one quick scoop. I think you can see it here on the 5 minute. Maybe. Yeah, this candle right here. This candle right here. This big candle was 21 point range. That candle scooped in so quick. It was unreal how fast that came in. Um, so we pushed in real quick, but I got on my trade really quickly because I was like, yeah, I'll take, the extra points more than what I was expecting. Anyway, back to the next trade. Took the trade in F period against the 3900 level. I got short 99 to rotate back down towards POC because we had pushed up. We hadn't quite got down to POC yet. So we pushed up in F period. I got short 38.99, wanted to rotate back down to POC, which would have been sees high at the time at 38.87, but I wanted to front run it just in case we didn't quite get down that low. So I put in my offer or my bid in at 38.92 to cover. I was short a two lot. It came in and I got out for a really good trade on that one from 39 or 38.99 down to 38.92. Really good trade on that. So after that trade, I decided, I had a really good day on just those few trades in D, E, and F. It's rotational. I didn't want to give anything back. So, pretty bad risk reward setups, but I mean, it definitely could have paid had you faded the edges all day long. But knowing me, I probably would have been doing something stupid and giving some of it back. So I just wanted to protect the capital and do that. So as far as destinations go, let's talk about our downside destinations. Our downside destination for tomorrow. I'm kind of expecting us going into the Fed on Wednesday to kind of trade pretty much all of Friday's range coming in. So I expect us to kind of just stay in this large range coming into Wednesday on the Fed day. Hopefully we don't stay in today's range because that'll kind of suck. It was very choppy, very up and down. So hopefully that's not the case. But for the downside tomorrow, 38.72.25, the low of day. Then we have the single prints below 38.69 to 38.64.25 where they fill. If we get down to that area, you kind of look for a responsive bid. Then the next set of single prints at 38.58.50 to 38.54 where they fill. And you can kind of once if we get into that area, you can also look for a responsive bounce. Bids could be in there. And then from there, our low of day at 38.16.25 is what that's supposed to be, or 50, 38.16.50. I don't know why it says 33. 38.16.50. Now for the upside, we have our 13 wide perfect POC at 38.87.50 sees high. From there, we have the high day at 39.04.50 and then 39.16.50, the high day from Friday. Like I said, I kind of expect us to trade in this range. I'm not expecting us to continue to one time frame up. We've been one time framing up for a little while. I think it's good for the market to kind of digest what's happening. Let's look at our daily time frame real quick. Actually, let's look at the monthly because we got the end of the month is today. So let's look at the monthly. So the monthly, monthly. So coming into next month, tomorrow, starting next month, tomorrow, if we take out Friday's high at 39.16.50, if we take that out, we put the monthly into a balance. For now, the one time framing down continues on the monthly until we take out this month's high. So bulls have set it up really good to take out this month's high and put us into a 3 month balance. But if we don't, then that just kind of goes to show you all this was short covering, and we're going to roll over and set new lows on the year, which will kind of coincide with the lower high setting up on the daily. The weekly came out of balance. We're one time framing up, 2 weeks in a row now, one time framing up. So this week we look to see if we can continue to one time frame up, or do we roll over, take out last week's low, and put the weekly back into a balance, which would mean the daily right now as an inside day has gone from up to balance. So we can say this is gone from up to balance. Tomorrow will determine whether or not we continue to one time frame up. If we stay open up inside the range, then I'm going to say this is up to balance. Above us, we have the 200-day moving average at 40.95. So I'm not looking for us to get to that point, but we do have these series of lower highs. We got this lower high up here. We got this lower high here. This lower high here. And then this could potentially be our next series of lower high. And then we'll go down and make a lower low. It's a good possibility, but we'll have to see. Do we close out the fourth quarter negative, or will we close out the fourth quarter positive? That's the big if. I don't know. The Fed will tell us kind of what's going to happen on Wednesday if they're looking to raise 50 basis points or 75 basis points, or has it all been cooked in? Um, we also have the election going on, the midterm elections that are going on. So we'll see how that takes an effect on things. Maybe the Republicans come in, take control of things, and the market may like that. So we'll see what happens. For now, we're just going to continue to watch price action and see what happens. But we'll have to continue to just be dumb and follow price. Be dumb and follow price, my friends. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to be uh, getting spooky with my spookiness, if that makes any sense. But all that being said, ladies, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.